So I think a couple of big issues with self-help books is that a lot of them can be very repetitive or generic. A lot of them are kind of like the author giving advice from their own personal life and kind of generalizing it, but different people will need specific things. And so if you feel like you're trying to make a difference, improve, but a lot of the books you're reading are not really doing that much for you, it might be a good idea to read a self-help book. Maybe it's inappropriate to call it self-help, but a book about self-cultivation from a different culture and a very different perspective, which may or may not speak more to you. So I read this book, Shambhala, The Sacred Path of the Warrior by Chogyam Trungpa, and it talks about self-cultivation from a Tibetan Buddhist perspective. I thought it was really interesting, and it really changed the way low-key that I see myself as a person, as a man. I think a lot of self-help books from like an American Western perspective talk about vulnerability, but this book kind of like took that concept from a different perspective and rephrased it as what it means to sort of be very open and sensitive with your heart to the world, letting everything around you in so you're not building a defensive bubble that ultimately limits and restricts you. How to be humble in a way that is not minimizing or shrinking yourself, but actually fully embracing and loving yourself, and building courage and connecting with others through that humbleness and meekness and vulnerability. It may be a read that feels kind of out there to some, but I really think this is like a brilliant book that a lot of people will get very different things out of, but I definitely recommend, especially if you feel kind of like philosophically or spiritually lost.